lock normally. Okay, right, let's get some holes in these boots. I was thinking, if it was more like a cloth that was cropped, that would work. Yes, it would. It's a bit too short, a bit longer. Yes, it would. Yep. Right, so we're now going to put the heel plate in. I think the last time I did a pair of these, I actually didn't use this part. Because if you just put the manifest, then Sarah can take that down, because that needs to go. Hmm? Lovely. And then we've got the nice toe ones. Now I've got more than one toe hole, so I've now got to figure out which toe hole it is. This one. This one. Okay. And this one. Ooh, okay. Now, actually, I think I'm going to just check this is in the right place. Oh, I'm not happy about that. And then we're going to have to backfill some holes, because they're a little bit close to the other holes. Maybe I'm glad that this isn't actually live. Oh dear. Come on, you're going to go in there. Right, see, I don't like this, right? Because this little, it's like a reinforcing bar in the sole, but look how much it sticks up. I know you probably can't see that very well, but let's try. Basically, I can get about that much of my finger under, and I would feel that with my foot. So I don't want to use this. That is coming out. No, we're not using it. Goodbye. We are instead going to stick with our short mounting bolts, which is much better. No, I'm not happy with it because of the curve of the sole. This is like, the curve of the sole is like this, and that's like this. So you're going to feel it in your foot, which would just be awful. I'm not having it. No, it's not good enough. If you received them, you'd be really quite sad about it. You would send them back to us, is what you would do. Okay. We should put some music back on. Even if it's just you've got the phone connected in the background so that you can whip it on at any time. Right. Is this going to allow me to slot on this plate? That would be the dream. That would be the dream. You're not going to allow it though. No. See, this is what I'm not enjoying about this. Out. The problem with this base mounting thing is that it just holds the plate, the inner plate, and therefore the screw at a really weird angle. And if it holds it at a weird angle, it's not actually going to allow it to easily go into the plate, because this is a nylon plate and not a metal plate, the angles are even more important. We want it to just slot on nicely. Come on. Beautiful, beautiful. Right. Okay, I'm happy with that side. After all of this, we are actually going to have to use long screws in the heel. After all. So I'm going to put this one on. It is. That would be nice. Okay. metal screws, quite nice and grippy, but they are harder to put on than the mounting screw. So unlike other boots, we don't need to countersink this because the inside of the BONT boot is nice and soft. And then we've got this final hole here. Oh lordy. It's kind of a foamy material on the inside. And the foam somewhat expands again. It's literally the angle of getting it in. I've got to just push it over there because I can't push it directly down. There is no way for us to not do this. We have to do this. So if we can't do it the first time, we keep trying until we do. And then when we do, it's in the right position. There we go. Took a little bit longer. Of course, we put the kingpins on earlier. Can you imagine if I'd not put the kingpins on and then had to take it off and whip it back on? That would be sad. It's fine though, it's done. Right. Oh, I don't know if I want to use these mounting screws. Just hold that still. I think this is not going to be my favourite. We're just going to go with nice traditional mounting screws because that is not going to be easy at all. So that fits beautifully. And then, did I take off the tape? No, I did not. Let's peel that off now. Lovely. Pop our washers on. Okay, so we've now got 2 plates on. I know they're the wrong way around. Let's hold the boots the right way around because that always looks better. So one thing that I really like to do is to check that the boots look the same, that they're symmetrical, because now that I'm mounting a lot more boots, I would say I only really have a 1 millimeter tolerance to where the centerline is. So I feel okay with these. Therefore, we will be okay with these. So now I'm going to get my goggle cutter and we're just gonna normally just sit this on top of a roll of tape, just keep it off the counter, and then we're going to use our bolt breaker like that. I just made the mistake of touching the bolt on the inside and it's hot, so not recommended. Ouch. There we go, nice clean break. I think what I really enjoy about the dragon plate is that there are only 4 mounting points. Hooray! I'm going to use my skate tool just to tighten up this bolt. And we didn't countersink because we know that the bolt head is going to really sink right into the base of the boot. Yeah, nice and flat, but I will be filling the holes on the inside of the sole with resin before I send the boot back. And make sure that it's drying nice and dry. We use a quick dry araldite. Great, nice and tight on that side. And the final one here. There we go. So as you can see, that is going to need another cut. Again, we'll just spin that off. In a way, it's okay, we're back. And we are now at the point where we're going to get out trucks. Let's put you here so you can see what's going on. We can get out the trucks and build the final part of the boot. So I think we're not going to need that skate tool. Don't need the hammer. have a little tidy up so we can see what we need. Okay. Right, so we want to have, not that, it can go over there. The blocks on and then the trucks on. Let's get these open. Yes, very satisfyingly, these are obviously the exact same shade. And look how clever this is. So the Brunny PO blocks are only written in on one side, and that side does go to the outside. But if you look in the plate here, there's like a divot that's been carved out, and this block just fits right there. How satisfying is that? So I'm actually going to put this on last, and that means this whole mounting bar shenanigans we don't even need to unwrap, which is very exciting. So let's put that away. I don't need my bolt breaker anymore. I'll fling that over there. And then we've also got these lovely trucks to put on. So let's unwrap the trucks. These are the Labris, let's have a look, stainless steel trucks from Brunny Hardcore. Honestly, I don't know how people skate in wide trucks. Don't know how they do it. So shiny. Ooh, very satisfying. The titanium ones are stunning. They are very, very black, but also very, very expensive. So we'll leave those alone. Now, these do come with different pivot cups in here, because sometimes the pivot arm is wider in a wide truck than it is in a standard truck. But roller skate trucks are made slightly differently. So sometimes people will use penny trucks or something like that as their wide truck, and this part is not as wide. Okay, so we've got our Brunny Hardcore plate that goes in. There we go, lovely. Oh, that fits in beautifully. Let's put this final plate together. So we're going to put on the bottom cushion cap. The cushion caps are two different sizes. I'll show you what I mean. Two different sizes. That's quite hard to see in this hand. Yeah, okay. So the big one goes on the bottom, and then we've got a conical shaped one that goes on the top. So the big one goes on the bottom, big one goes on the bottom. I just took a minute to find out if I needed to swap the existing pivot cups for the new ones that have been sent in with the Brunny wide trucks, and I think the answer is no, I do not. Why is the music stopped? Oh, it's because we're on a new song. What a tune. Yes. What a tune. Okay, so I'll give that a good push. Okay, so we're going to install the block. That is this one. Oh, it's such a neat design. I love it. Okay, and we've got 4 of those. Excellent. That's going to go in there. So it literally just goes into the middle, and we just screw it on with an Allen key, and it goes straight into the little holes in the base of the plate. And we've got these long Allen key bolts and the short ones. And then this little one, look how small it is, it goes in the toe stop hole. And that has suddenly added a lot of weight. That's such a cool colour. Okie dokie, so then we've got beautiful, it's perfect fit. It's like it's been designed to go together. Oh yes, thank you. There we go. So satisfying. Yeah, lovely. Nice. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's a weighty piece of kit though. Whoa, that's great. So, I don't know if she wants the original laces that she sent going back in or not, but I'm going to just do a little tidy up now. make sure that everything is sorted, and then I'll do the final show you on skate.